Hello, readers of France. My name is Dan Gemeinhart, and I am the author of The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise. And I am so excited and so happy that this book is published in France and being read in France because France is a country that I've always loved and admired. I had the chance to visit your country a few years ago and loved it, and I hope to go again sometime in the future. So it really makes me happy to know that my story is being read over there in such a beautiful place. Now, this story is about a girl named Coyote who lives a very unusual life. Her and her dad live in this old school bus. That's their home. They converted it to a camper. They drive around the country. They never spend more than one day in one place. She doesn't go to school. She lives this very unique, unusual life. But her life wasn't always like that. 5 years ago, she lived with her dad and her mom and two sisters in a house. But then her mom and her sisters were killed in a car accident. And her dad was too heartbroken and grief-stricken to keep living in town and going to work. And so they sold their house and bought the bus, and they've been driving around ever since. And they never go home. They never talk about the past. They even took new names. When they left their old lives behind, Coyote is not her real name. But then Coyote finds out that something that really matters to her. It's a memory box that she made with her mom and her sisters before the accident. They buried it together in a park. That's about to get lost, destroyed forever because they're tearing out the park back home. And Coyote can't imagine losing this. It's the last piece she has of her mom and her sisters that she misses so much. And so she'll do anything to get back to save it in time. And so she has to get back all the way across America from one corner to the other in 4 days in time to save this thing that means so much to her. And along the way on this journey, they pick up some other travelers and hitchhikers. They're kind of on the back there. Other travelers who are on their own quests, their own journeys. But they join with Coyote and her dad on this quest of hers to save this thing that means so much to her. And I wrote this book. It came out of a daydream. The family in this story is basically based on my own family. My own family is all thankfully still alive. But it's me and my wife and our 3 daughters living in a small town just like the family in this story. And one day I had a horrible thought, a daydream, like what would happen to me and one of my daughters if something happened to the rest of our family? How would we survive a heartbreak like that? How would we stay together as a family? How would we move on into a future after suffering such a loss? And the whole idea for this story of a heartbroken dad and his daughter on this, living this life, on this adventure, came out of that horrible daydream. So it is a fiction story, but it came out of a real place, and it's a story that means a lot to me. And I'm really glad that it's being read over there in France, and it makes me very happy to hear that. So I hope that you try this story. I hope that you enjoy it, and thank you very much.